Hey, Latasha. Welcome. Saturday Live. Hot damn is right. Hot damn. Let's see if this connection stays on point. I can't be on here too long. Y'all already know. Welcome, welcome, everybody. Peace and blessings, Miss P and Tiffany. Welcome, you guys. I hope you replayed the last live. Who is this? Expansion? Is this your first time here? I don't recognize that name. Hey, Metamorphosis. Sis. Hey. Hey, boo. You like my red? You like my red? You know, I'm tempted to start, what you call them videos where the chicks smack their lips when they eat? The AMSAR or something like that? Where they smack their lips when they eating chicken and lobsters and all that stuff. And them hoes get paid. Them hoes get paid. I said, listen, if I start me a video with me smacking these lips on some, well, I don't eat meat, so it'd have to be an apple or something like that. Would it be as sexy if it's vegetables? I think the reason why it's appealing is because it's animal flesh. You know, I think it's more appealing to watch people eat flesh than a head of broccoli or some cabbage. Or maybe I could do fruits. Maybe I could do strawberries. I could do AMSAR strawberries and what else is sexy to eat? I don't know. Besides strawberries, what's sexy to eat? I don't know. And men pay for that. People, not only men, people, period. It's like a soothing. They say it calms them or something to hear certain sounds. So these people just get paid for other people to watch them, you know, smack their lips and eat. They have like the whole microphone set up and everything, and you just watch them chow down and be gluttonous and everything. Banana and pineapples, yes, a banana maybe. Maybe I could do bananas, strawberries. What else would look good for me to eat? Bananas, strawberries, pineapples, grapefruit? What you think about grapefruit? Maybe I can pull off grapefruit. See, but I don't want nothing messing up my lipstick though. That's the only thing. You gotta keep the lipstick popping while you do it. The mukbang, or whatever. Oh, that's what it's called? Yes. Them heifers are getting paid just to eat food. Isn't it funny what people would pay for? Yeah, is it, am I saying it right? Mukbang. I'm amazed. I've seen a few videos. This is one chick. She has full lips like me, and she'll eat like a whole tray of like these gigantic, I've never seen lobster tails that big in my life. Like the lobster tails are the size of goddamn squirrels. Goddamn big ass cats or something like that. I'm like, where does heifer get these lobster tails so big? What kind of laboratory lobster tails this chick eating? I've never seen lobster tails that big. But she'll do the whole cooking thing, you know, the whole gumbo thing, and I've seen a few of them. I sit there amazed because people watch it. I'm amazed at that, but I watch it. I do watch when it comes across my feed. I will watch. Before I used to rag people who used to watch the pimple videos until I watched a few, and then I found myself sitting there watching people watching these doctors burst cysts and stuff like that, and it is weirdly satisfying. I gotta say, it is a little bit satisfying. You sitting there like, ooh, get it. Ooh, squeeze it a little more. Get all of that out of there. You ain't got enough. You got to get in there. Get under there. Oh, look at that shit. Look at it explode. Oh, it's oozing. Oh. It's like crazy. Yes, yes. I will say that I guess to ease my own frustration. That's when I watch stuff like that. When I got some tension built up, I watch those pimple videos so I can release. So I can release. Am I looking sexy today? I have my arms showing. I didn't shave, y'all. I didn't shave. So I got hair going on. The last time I shaved, I cut myself so bad under my arms, and I've been afraid to shave ever since. So I am looking like Chewbacca underneath my arms right now. I'm sorry. I'm not refined today. So if I raise my arms and you go, damn, Salkis got hair on her arms. Yes. That's how it's going down. I am textbook righteous, what we call them chicks? The head wrap hoes and stuff who don't shave their legs and pluck their chin hairs and all that stuff. Yeah. That's me today. That's me today. I get type of phobia triggers from pimple popping. You get triggered. Oh, okay. Well, I'm sorry you don't enjoy them. I'm sorry you don't enjoy them. I'm sorry. Y'all, people still talking about this B. Smith. That's still a topic of discussion. You know, some chicks are saying that her husband is a dirty dog for what he did, moving her in. I really think that he crossed the line. He infringed and crossed the line on that. But Miss B, you know, when you live life without wanting any children of your own, you don't have any family, friends, no kids, no nothing, nobody to step in and say, I can understand you moving on, but this is still her house. We got to draw the line somewhere. You can move on, but you don't have to bring it inside the home. She didn't have nobody in her corner to block that from happening. So that's the thing with, you know, it's a snapshot into the future for some of you who are living La Vida Loca now. You cute now, you're making a little money now. You know, I don't want no kids because, you know, it's all about me now because you can fuck who you want. Somebody's still calling you on the weekends. People still want to hang out with you. You're still fun. You look cute. And it's okay to make that decision now until you reach the age like Miss B where you're past your prime. Now you're sick. And who's there to take care of you? Who's calling you now? Things are always good when you're not in need of anybody's assistance. You always have a friend when you don't need them. But you don't know who you have in your corner until you need them. Some say his motivation is the money. I don't know if she has all this money that people are talking about. I don't think she does. I don't think she does. She used to be 20 years ago, maybe, but now all this money and all this money, no. I think we're assuming things based on past glory. I think we're assuming the economic status there on that. So, you know, although the argument is for some of you saying that, you know, children ain't no guarantee that they'll help you either because there's a lot of people in nursing homes, children don't come and visit. That's true. This is true. I will not deny that. There are no absolutes in anything. And this is why I tell women, you got to cover all your bases. You got to cover all your bases. You don't leave no stone unturned. You got that covered, and just in case that don't work, you got this over here. Just in case that don't work, you got that over there. That's how you got to do it. That's how you have to do it. You don't live life on no assumption. None whatsoever. Either way. Either way. The problem with us is that I find in general is that women will defend who they want to screw, how much sex they want to have and with who they want to have. This quick to protest about anything dealing with sex. Because they're having sex right now and they want to protect their sexuality. Their sexuality is important right now. And it is important right now. But eventually it's going to be a second thought. Eventually, later on down, you live long enough, it's not going to be the focal point of your life. And then what do you have? What do you have? My cute little wannabe Instagram models. You know, a lot of these chicks think they're cute, you know. They think they're cute. And you're not really that cute. But you're trying. You're trying, I get it, you know. Self-esteem thing. You got the self-esteem and self-image thing twisted up like they are one and the same when they're not. So you make it a point to display your cuteness for everybody to try to build yourself up with this pseudo I love myself thing. All women do is lie all day. All we do is lie about these things all day long. I said on a post today that I wanted to start an ugly girls club. Yeah, I want to start an ugly girls club. And I also said that I wanted to invite women to the club, but a lot of women are in denial about how they look. So, you know, it's like I couldn't invite nobody anyway because everybody's pretending like they look better than what they look. So I was like, well, you know, I'll just be a member of it myself. It'll be a one woman show. The Ugly Girls Club one member only. And I had put it up there, and surprisingly, a lot of sisters was like, listen, I want in. Fuck it, I want in, I want in, I want in. So, you know, it was just a thought, but now it's a little more than a thought. I'm really thinking about putting something together, some sort of brand together along those lines. And it's not because I want you to feel that it's okay to degrade yourself or anything along those lines. It is me wanting you to know where your strengths are, to understand that validation of the value of your life is not contingent upon if anybody sees you as attractive. And I'm trying very hard, I'm trying earnestly to get you to understand these things, because these are why we make poor decisions. These are why we're making decisions on lovers. This is why we don't assert ourselves, even on the job. With business, it's every facet of life. You hesitate, you cower down, you're unsure, you don't want to disappoint anybody, you don't want to be overbearing, you don't want to seem like you're disagreeable. You want to be compliant. You want to be a team player. You want to be liked by everybody, because that's the way you feel you'll get validation, because all of this right here ain't all of that. And nothing could be further from the truth. The only thing that happens when you cower down is that you get used. You get used. So we have to take vanity away so that you can assert yourself, so you can stand on the foundation of, listen, it's not about the way I look. I'm not waiting for you to acknowledge the way that I look. That's not what this is about. This is about my life and livelihood, me loving who I am in spite of what anybody else thinks, me making the determination that, okay, this is the lifestyle that I was born to live. And if you're going to add to that, enhance that in any way, put in on that, then you are welcome to be in my camp. And if you are not, you're going to step aside. You're going to step aside because you're blocking my view. You're blocking my view. A lot of us try very hard to fit into this box, this jail, I call it. Jail of, please like me, please like me. I just want somebody to love me and like me and think I'm sexy and cute and all of that. We go through the motions and we do everything that's asked of us, only to get shitted on later anyway. You comply and they still don't like you. That's what happens. That's all that happens. Am I telling the truth or am I telling a lie here? What's the outcome? Have you ever gotten what you want by giving what you were uncomfortable giving? Have you gotten what you want in return by bending over backwards for people? How much have you received in return from your humility? Because when you're an unattractive woman, people expect you to be humble. They expect you to be compliant and humble. They expect you to be a good person. They're requiring it of you because they feel that you're less than. And a lot of you act that out. A lot of you play that out. And you get nothing that you want. Because you're letting people categorize you. You're letting them categorize you based on how you look. I'm not even saying deny how you look. Some of us are ugly. Some of us are 4s and 5s, 3s, 2s, and whatever the case is. Some of us are. But does that mean I'm entitled to be mistreated by you? That's the shit I want you to get in your... Wrap some sense around that. You looking not a 10 doesn't mean that you're entitled to abuse. It doesn't mean to abuse. It doesn't mean that you're not entitled to someone's best. It doesn't mean that. So these are things that I want you to get in your head. Let's go, Miss P. That's right. Let's go. We need a movement like this. Because all anybody else is going to tell you is, oh, they're just jealous. Oh, don't pay them no mind. Girl, you're beautiful in your own way. God loves you. Girl, don't pay them no mind. God loves you. Really? Really? I get it. But you'll get nothing in this life bowing down to anyone. You are not going to live a full life thinking that you're trapped behind this outer shell thing. You have to surpass that. You have to overcome that. You have to overcome your insecurities with that. And you have to knock motherfuckers down a peg or two when they get in your face with that shit. When you see someone trying to diminish you, you go, wait a minute. Pump your brakes. Let me talk to you for a second. Are you trying to make me feel insecure? Sometimes you have to call people out. And you don't have to do it abrasively. You can do it with a smile. See, ugly girls, you ugly girls, do everything with a smile. That's how we do it. We don't have to be abrasive. Be smooth with your shit. Be smooth about your interactions, your conversation. Because in your smoothness, you're going to disarm people because they're going to assume certain things about you. They're going to assume they can get over on you. This is what people are going to assume. This is what they're going to assume. They're going to assume that, I don't think she's too bright. This is what they're going to assume. If you're ugly, you're not too intelligent. You're a pushover. Maybe you're impoverished. I broke all this down in another video. The assumptions that we have when we look at the outer shell. So assume these things. And this is not you being negative. This is you being prepared. This is you being prepared. Because the odds for finding someone that will use you is higher than a woman who really looks attractive. You know, if we got to deal with percentages here, a woman that's really attractive may get used 20 to 30% of the time. A woman who's unattractive, she's going to get used 100% of the time. 100. Yes, 100. So everything with you is a life and death choice. Because everyone who's coming into your space is coming in with this notion that they can take something from you and not fucking give you anything in return. I I can take from her. I don't have to give her shit. Some of us are lucky to get an offer for 50%, but that's not all of us. More than likely, you are going to be taken for a ride 100% of the time. Than for other women. You have to become mentally strong. You have to have emotional intelligence. You cannot look at things in a rushed sort of way. You can't be rushing through anything. You have to slow everything down. Everything down. Everything is snail pace. You got time. Because you need a little extra time to see. You need a little extra time for them to show who they are. You need to drag it out. You need to drag it out. Because more than likely you will be lied to. More than likely you're going to be told what they think you want to hear. Because more than likely the assumption is you don't hear anything nice a lot of the time. So let me give you a little light. Let me put a little sunshine in your day. Let me put a little sunshine in your day. And your attitude is supposed to be like, oh, okay. You want to do that? Nice. You're not excited. You're not excited about anything. You're cautious. You're grateful. You're optimistic, but you're not a fool. You understand what people think you are, and then there is what you are. And you understand that more times than not, the two of them are not the same. What people think and what you actually are, the two are not the same. You understand this. So you're not trying to convince anybody to think a certain way. You want to let them know, let them get a snapshot of what you are. You're not trying to sell yourself, because people are going to think what they're going to think anyway. So you don't approach situations where you're in the throes of the beginning of a relationship by trying to sell that you're the best girl. No. You don't do that. You, especially ugly girl, you don't do that. You sit back and you listen. You watch, you listen, you talk a little bit, not too much. Not too much. Leave all your emotional garble, all the stuff, all the he hurt me and they hurt me and I was so hurt and I've been so hurt and they hurt and hurt. You leave all of that for the conversations you're going to have with your coach, which is me. I am your self-love coach. You have those conversations with me. You don't have that with him. You don't have that with him. Because a man is not going to be your best friend. When you're an unattractive woman, you're not going to get a man as a best friend. A man that wants to fuck you is not going to be your friend. That's all I'm saying. At least not right away. He has to be tried and proven a little bit. He has to jump through a few hurdles a little bit for him to reach that status. Who is that? With expectancy, thank you for the donation. A woman can have a super sexy body and super sexy looks, and if a man chooses to use you, it has nothing to do with you as a woman, so stop asking for validations. People want what they want. And when they get what they want something else. That was a quote from you Game of Thrones fans. Littlefinger said that. Littlefinger said that. People want what they want, and then when they get it, they want something else. This is human nature. This is human nature. You know? But we go into full blame of ourselves. Well, if I just look better, then he would love me more. If I just look better, then he would love me more. He would respect me if I look better. If I look good, you know, everything will be all right. And I'm here to tell you that's not true. You've been lied to, or we've been lied to about a lot of things. A lot of things. You want to join the club? I'm seriously, you know, it was something that came across my mind, but now I got to put it together. Now I seriously have to put it together. Salkis, are you fasting right now? You're glowing and you look more skinny and fit than usual. I am on a fruit detox right now. You have a good eye. So, pretty much just fruits, grapes mostly, and water. That's it. That's it. And my yoga, doing my yoga and enjoying life and drinking tea. Like this tea. This is bamboo tea that I'm drinking. Y'all look up bamboo tea. It's good for bones, and it actually, they say, makes the hair thicker, makes the hair stronger, thicker, and grows longer exponentially. That's what they're saying. But it's definitely good for calcium and hair, skin, and that sort of thing. So drinking teas, fruits mostly, a little bit of veggies, a little bit of spinach here and there, but mostly fruits. And that's it. That is it. I drink bamboo tea too sometimes. Oh, you do? Well, what do you like about it? Simply tea. How long have you been drinking? Notice any changes, anything with your hair, skin, and all that? Miss Salkis Re delish and very good in her lipstick. You better stop it, boy. Don't be flirting with me. Don't be flirting. Women need to go for what they want without concern for others' opinions. Men do this all the time with self-preservation in mind. Men do this because men, for the most part, are alone. They don't need clubs. They don't need a brotherhood or, you know, support to do or want what they want. Whereas we as sisters, we do. We are communal by nature. I said this before. We're communal by nature. And yeah, so this is why it's easier for them to do it. How do you deal with people trying to hurt your self-esteem on purpose? How do you deal with them? Well, if it's somebody that you have to deal with, you know, honestly, it's simply not encouraging it by showing an emotional reaction to it. If someone's trying to hurt you on purpose, what they're doing is they're being fed by how you react to it. So if you're getting all emotional and, you know, whole uproar, upheaval over someone attacking you, then you're giving them more fuel to do it again and again and again. You're basically being an audience to their performance. Their ridicule is a performance, and your is audience participation. You have to act like people don't exist. That's how you handle that. You act like they don't exist. If somebody says something or, you know, derogatory towards you, you do the blank stare. I love going, okay, that's what you got? Okay. But pretty much acting like they are non-existent is the best way to handle that. You don't want to be arguing with people because, like I said before, arguing means that you care. Means that you care what they think, that you're affected by what they think. So you don't waste energy on interactions. You have to let them know they're a non-factor, and the best way to do that is give no energy to it. None whatsoever. None whatsoever. You tell them, I rebuke you, Satan. That's right. I rebuke you in the name of Satan. Satan, intercede on my behalf. Bring the fire and brimstone down. That's what you do. That's what you do. Actually, black men do have a need for brotherhood. I've noticed, especially here in the U.S. No, they don't. No, they don't. Men like to be alone. Women do not. By nature, men can be alone. Women cannot. We need to feel safe, and we feel safety in numbers. We feel safety when we congregate with each other. Men are not wired the same way. They really. So, you know, our nature is what gets us in trouble for the most part. It does. All men always want something from a woman. Percent. Yeah. Even men like me that are so-called woke are just even more worse. As long as the D gets aroused, it's a game. It is a game. It is most definitely a game. And you cannot be impressed with someone who shows intelligence. I said this on yesterday's live. You cannot be impressed with so-called this higher level of intelligence. You can't be impressed with looks. Please, ladies, please, especially you ugly women, my ugly sisters in the struggle here, do not be impressed by a man's looks. Contain your emotions. Put a capstone on it. Don't let yourself loose. Control your emotions. Because the moment you start saying, oh, and I, and oh, and oh, you so this and you so that, you can hang it up. You can hang it up. You have to pace yourself. You have to pace yourself. You have to be able to develop a way to admire things without feeling intimidated by them. You have to. I disagree. You can disagree if you want. You can disagree. I'm not talking about gangs. I'm not talking about people who come from broken homes and already have gang members already have emotional, real emotional issues. So that's not even a good example. I'm talking about the average man can be by himself. Man, not little boys looking for a pseudo family. The average man could be alone. He doesn't have to be around a crowd of people. So no. Let me see. The same with me, but I can never seem to control it when the beast is up and running. You guys it would behoove you to be able to control it, because then you'll be able to find these quality women that you're looking for who are not going to just rape your pockets for every dime you have. You know, you control by your lust, and then you regret later too. A whole lot of you men do that. It's unfortunate. We're both ruled by the flesh. Male and female, we're both ruled by the flesh. And it's by design. It's really by design in our society. Because the more you're ruled by the flesh, the more you buy. The more you spend, the more you want, the more inadequate you feel, which makes you spend more to accommodate for your own inadequacies. And it's a cycle. It's a never-ending cycle. It's a never-ending wheel that keeps turning. All of this is by design. All of us feel fucked up by design. By design. I rebuke you, Satan. Black pill this thing, man. Get this black pill. Get this work. Like Loaded Lux said, yeah, you got to get this work. Come and get this work. Listen, it's time for us to liberate ourselves mentally. It's time for us to really experience liberation on a mental level as women, because most of us are crazy. Most of us are insane, and we don't want to accept these things. We don't want to accept it. So, because how do you know you're unattractive by society? I see average to ugly people in relationships all the time, and I agree that a lot of this is by design. So how do you know if you're unattractive? Rosemary, you know when you look in the mirror if you're unattractive. You do know. And that question always comes up when we talk about looks and us as individuals admitting where we fit in. All of a sudden we don't know what's unattractive, but we call this one and that one ugly all day long. We call people names all day long. We rate people all day long, and all of a sudden we don't know what place we fit in. It's a game. It's a game. Now you're oblivious. Now you can't rate. Every man you've been with, you've been able to rate, but now you can't rate yourself. It's a game. So you know when you look in the mirror what you are. You know in the quietness of your room, when nobody's watching, stripped down naked in front of the mirror, you know what you are. You know what you are. And this is why this channel isn't about the pretense. We have to strip ourselves down to bare bones so we can build ourselves back up again. And we can't do that by pretending that we're something that we're not. We can't do that. The power that you're looking for isn't in pretending that you're something that you're not. It's in accepting everything that you are. And if it's only that, if that means that you're only a 5 when you evaluate it, that's fine. What I'm saying is that is fine. If it only means you're a 4, that's fine. Because then it will be like, okay, what's making you a 4? Because maybe your diet can help you refine things and raise your level of ranking. Maybe it's your lifestyle that's causing you to look the way you look. So then we have to make some audits and some changes in that. But the focal point here is not to just be attractive for people, because it's a losing game for most of us women. Most of us women are average. Most men are below average, and most of us as women are average. But we succumb to this pick me, see me as viable, see me as something I'm not, so that we can get into these pseudo relationships, only to realize 5 years later that we've been a placeholder all of this time. A lot of us waste time on pretense. You don't need a man to validate you. I'm not saying that men are irrelevant. You don't need him to validate you. If you look towards him to validate you, you're always going to get a lie. Why? Because there's something that he wants from you. He's going to say what needs to be said so that you can like him. This is what seduction is. Seduction is lying. Seduction in itself, courtship in itself is, I'm going to tell you, I'm going to whisper sweet nothings in your ear. I'm going to tell you what you want to hear so that you can like me. It's not always the truth. And more times than not, it's not. More times than not, it isn't the truth. We have to accept that. We have to accept that. And once we do, the anxiety that we feel will start to eddy. You'll start to shut up that critic inside of your head too. The critic inside of your head will start to die down too. Once you get into self-acceptance mode, and the fact that what makes life worth living? What makes me worth having a life? Like, why should I even be alive? Is it because of the way you look? That's the only reason for you to be alive? So that some man will want to screw you? Some man who has a warped mentality and crazy self-esteem issues himself, because he can screw you, that means that my life now has a purpose? That's it? How many of us, if we retrospect is a motherfucker because it's the truth then. How many of us can retrospect and count how many of the relationships that we had were really truly relationships where the man cared? How many of them? How many men have you screwed in your life that really cared about you? That really cared about you? It's real. 2 maybe? 2? Maybe? And the rest of them were telling you what you wanted to hear. Make me feel good. I just want you to make me feel good. Like Monsters Ball. lie to me, lie to me, lie to me. Just lie. You don't gotta tell me the truth. Just lie to me, please. Was it Nikki? Who was it? Was it Nikki Giovanni? I saw a clip. Oh man, I can't remember who it was. But she was saying that she wants her man to lie to her, just like her man lies to the white man on the job. Just like he puts on his game face when he goes to work. She said, you could give me some of that lie too. Bring some of that lie home. I was like, wow, that's deep. Oh, it was Nikki? Okay. I was like, wow, Nikki said, lie to me. And this is the mentality of us. This is the mentality of us. We are being lied to. And we're forgetting that we're being lied to. The problem is not being lied, it's the truth. It's fighting. There's no Salkis. This is what you're supposed to be talking about. This is what you're supposed to be talking about. Listen, I say I'm the underdog. I've accepted that role. I've accepted my place in society. And now I'm going to exploit the shit out of it. That's what I'm going to do. My life is going to be what I want it to be within the parameters of what I naturally am. I'm going to make the most of myself and my existence and how I've showed up in this life. And that's what I'm asking all of you to do. Not to weep and bemoan yourself, you know, I wish I was this and I wish I was that. We don't have time for all of that. This is 2019. You're not going to be anything other than what you are. Unless you make a concerted effort, a real effort, a substantial effort to change certain things, this is it. This is it. Because everything you want to be that you aren't right now is on the other side of sacrifice. It's on the other side of pain. It's on the other side of inconvenience. It's on the other side of looking like a fool. It's on the other side of being ostracized. It's on the other side of being misunderstood. It's on the other side of being alone. It's on the other side of men berating you. It's all on the other side. It's all on the other side. It's not going to feel good. And this is why most people don't want to do it. It's not going to feel good initially. But listen, what you do today, I always say, is going to shape your tomorrow. We're not in this. We're not doing a sprint here. This is a marathon. What you're doing today is going to shape your tomorrow. So if you're looking for instant gratification, check our society now. Because our society runs on instant gratification. And a lot of people are disappointed with the instant gratification that they're getting because they realize it ain't worth shit. They realize it wasn't worth a damn. It wasn't real. It wasn't true. And it didn't last. You know what happens with instant gratification? It goes in and out the other ear, just like that. It doesn't last. You want change that lasts. That's what you want. You want change that lasts. And that's what this thing is about. That's what this thing is about. So I'm here to help assist you in any way that I can. In any way that, in the fullest capacity of my own intellect, I'm here to assist you in doing that. I'm not popular. What I say is a lot of times controversial, unexpected, insulting, even. And I mean to do that because I need to shake things up. I need to shake you. I need to shake you out of your slumber, out of your numbness. A lot of you walking around like fucking zombies. You're numbing yourself with food, sex, drugs, all kinds of stuff. All you're doing, you've medicated yourself with anything you can think of, from a potato chip to a dick. And you're unaware of things that you're doing. So I have to shock treat you. In order for you to, you know, oh, okay, I'm right here. Oh, shit. That's what this shit looked like? I didn't realize. That's how we got to do it. That's how we have to do it. Okay? So, you're a walking zombie? Oh, man. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. Well, we gotta cure you of that. We gotta find the antidote to bring your cells back to life. To bring it back to life. Wow. Hey, it's okay. The first step to change is admitting. It's admitting. Dance with your demons. Yes. Dance with them. Don't try to run from them. You gotta go. You gotta go. Oh, demon, that's where you at. Come over here. Let me twirl you around a little bit. You gotta twirl your demon around a little bit and make it wobble. Make that demon go, oh shit, she ain't scared. You gotta make your demon look like, oh shit, I'm not scaring her anymore. That's what I mean by dance with your demons. Don't be afraid of yourself. Don't be afraid of anything about you, good or bad. Look it all in the eye. Face value. Self-evaluate. So that anybody that comes into your space can't sell you no fucking dream. Because you already know and have accepted what you are. The only reason why we fall for the sales pitch is because we haven't accepted who we are, you know. That's why somebody can come along and say all kinds of garbage, all kinds of nonsense, all kinds of lies. Because we're living a lie. Because you're looking for something else to continue numbing you. Because you haven't faced yourself. When you face yourself, you can be in the presence of other people without the compulsion to be perfect. And still not feel like you're diminished in any way. That's the goal. You don't want this pressure to be perfect because that's an illusion. That's just another delusional thing because nobody is perfect. But once you self-evaluate and know what you are, know what lane you're in, you can stand your ground in the presence of anybody and hold your own. You don't have to diminish, cower down, bend your head around nobody because you're not looking for their approval. The only way not to look for somebody's approval is in total self-acceptance of the good, the bad, and the ugly of yourself. That's the only way. The only way for you to not be a victim of anybody, good or bad, above or below you, is to understand that you're not better or worse than anybody else. We're always looking for a crowd that we can shine in. We always want to pick and choose who we can be around so we can be a little bit better than them. This is what friendship is about, you know. You have friends that are jealous of you. There's this quiet competition with them because they have a need to be better than you. Even your so-called friends. And it's a delusion. It's a delusion. Talk to me. Talk to me. That's right. Don't be apologetic. There's nothing to be... this is what women do. Apologize for everything. We're apologizing for everything. Look, I say on your next dinner date, go sit at the table and eat with your hands. Let's see what he do. Put the fork down and eat with your hands and let's see what happens. Let's see if he runs. You gotta shock people, man. You gotta shock people. Don't go for trying to be refined when somebody thinks you ugly. What's the point in trying to go for refined? You might as well go for funny, go for shocking, go for memorable. But don't go for refined. Don't further put you in a box, you know, you don't fit in anyway. Don't further go for that. Eat with your hands. Eat with your fucking hands. Shit. The black pill is refreshing, Cinnamon. It's what you want to say is the black pill is freeing. And that's what I'm here to do. I'm here to help remove the shackles from you. I'm here to help you remember that all of this is a game. All of life is a game. All of life is a stage. That's all it is. The people that you are impressed by have their own issues. They have things that they're hiding from you. They're acting for you. You think Oprah isn't acting when she's doing her show and all that Help Me stuff and Alanya Van Zandt and all these other people? Not to say they aren't doing good things, but it's a show. It's a show, and we're easily impressed by the stage presence, by the rehearsed lines of people. A man's on a date with you with all kinds of rehearsed lines, all kinds of patterns and stuff he's refined in order to get a reaction because he's got you pegged. All of it is an act, and you're intimidated by an act. I'm telling you, you don't have to be. I'm telling you, you can play a role too. You want authenticity for people who are fucking lying to you. You're insisting on being authentic for people who are rehearsing lines for you. You feel pressure to be yourself, and nobody's told you the truth in 20 years. You haven't had the full truth of anything since you were 5 years old. Houseway. Houseway. That's right. That's right. So you guys, that's right, Miss P. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Looks, and some of the prettiest girls get played repeatedly. Of course. Of course they do. All of us do. That's why we in the same boat, essentially. We just got to tweak things to fit our narrative and the circumstances and what's the cards that have been dealt to us. We got to tweak it a little bit. But for the most part, we're kind of all the same. We are. No one's better or worse. No one's better or worse. Just because you screwed only 5 men and somebody you know screwed 60 doesn't mean you're better than her, you know. It's the same difference. Same difference. Didn't you get played? Didn't you get left? Didn't you get used for sex? So how are you different than anybody else? But we got these assumptions. All these assumptions. But we're all together lovely. We're all together lovely. That's what we are. So, you are not ugly, Salkis Re. You are actually beautiful. Well, I actually thank you. I actually thank you. I appreciate that. Seriously. Seriously. So the mission is on full tilt, full throttle. I want you to like, share this video, subscribe, all of that. Leave your comments, and let's take this thing to the next level. Let's take it to the next level. Self-evaluate here. Own your ugliness. Own your averageness. If you don't like the word ugly, you say own your average. But I say call it ugly. Chop it down so that it don't grow roots again. Chop it all the way down so that it's neither here nor there, no matter what motherfuckers think. Neither here nor there. You ain't got nothing to prove either way. Either way. That's how we do. That's how we do. All right, you guys. So she has become more and more beautiful with time. You make me blush. Simply T, you make me blush. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. We all have to grow. We all have to grow. Don't let nobody stop you. You can improve yourself. I'm always on the hunt to improve myself. I'm like, what else can I do different? What can I do better? How can I challenge myself to be my best self? What have I done today to be better than yesterday? That's the question we all should ask. That's the question we all should ask. So you guys, I gotta go because I have to make some runs here. But you know it's raining, so you know I had to come on because the rain does something to me. I appreciate you all. Please hit the like button. Please subscribe. Go to my websites, iloveherart.com. Subscribe there. And to subscribe to my other site, salkisre.com. SALKISRE.com. That's the site where I'm moving all of my coaching stuff to, my personal site. And you can get the free ebook if you subscribe there. And what else? And get you a painting. Don't wait on that. It's all price points. Get you a little something or a big something. Get you something. Get some of this magic. Go on and get you some of this magic over here. My work is unlike anybody else's. Thank you too. So I'm out. Let me go. All right. Peace and love. I'll see you guys Monday.